Hello, Washington County and beyond. This is your Precinct 2 Constable Trey Holloway, and thank you for continuing the study on the 21 indisputable qualities of a leader from a first responder perspective. This episode marks the halfway point in the study. We've covered a lot, and there is so much more to cover. In this episode, we will explore the leadership trait of listening and how listening can improve your performance as a leader. Because a leader who listens is a leader who knows. The old saying of to connect with their hearts, use your ears is never more true than in the life of a leader. Take this interesting fact, for example. 60% of all management problems are the result of miscommunication. Now, there are three basic types of communication. They are the verbal, the words that are said, the paraverbal, how the words are said, and the nonverbal, or the body language. Within that context, there are three basic elements of communication: the sender, the message, and the receiver. A breakdown in any one of those leads to miscommunication. The good news is you can control most of those. Wouldn't you like to have your management problems decrease by 60%? Imagine what you could accomplish with that recaptured time. Good leaders take the time to get to know the people they lead. In large organizations, that can be rather difficult, but it takes effort and intentionality on your part. In smaller organizations, there is no excuse for you not to know your people. All you really need to do is listen to the person talking, and not just the words coming out of their mouth, but the whole message package. Your silence is golden, and your silence can elicit more and more information. When appropriate, ask relevant and engaging questions that are open-ended, and just listen. Don't mentally formulate a response to what the other person is saying so you can give a retort when they take a breath. When you as a leader listen to people, you serve them better. Needs can be identified and usually met, and sometimes those needs are met through a conversation. So make it a priority to listen. And when I say that, my mind goes to those constant chronic callers that we get. They are a member of your community and they have something that's troubling them, so what do? They pick up the phone and they call you. I know I have them, and you probably have them too. I'm not going to tell you how to deal with them, but I will encourage you to create an environment where they feel heard. And you may be surprised at how far that will get you. But I will say this: don't jockey around with them. Don't pass them off to someone else. Take the time to listen to them. Now, I know I've touched on the importance of having a mentor before. That's because no leader is so advanced or experienced that he or she cannot afford to be without a mentor. The secret is to listen to your mentor. And if you're a mentor, be worth listening to. I want you to ask yourself these questions. Are you taking the time you need to listen to others, or are you too busy doing your own thing? When was the last time you slowed down and paid attention to what was going on around you? Are you more interested in what's coming across your cell phone than what's happening in your environment? And when you are meeting in your office with someone, do you give them your divided or undivided attention? The person sitting on the other side of the desk is way more important than what's coming across your computer screen. I have these challenges for you. I want you to be purposeful in dedicating time towards listening to your peers, to your coworkers, to your colleagues, to community members, and to your mentors. One of the main keys to being a good listener is to find common ground with the person you're interacting with. During your conversations, ask relevant and appropriate questions about someone to really get to know them. Then use your ears and eyes to listen. Practice paying attention to the nonverbal, that's the body language, and to the emotion. Observing the nonverbal can be beneficial in so many ways. One word of caution though. During my career, I was fortunate enough to have attended behavioral analysis training and Paul Ekman's micro-expression training. Both have served me well throughout my career in bringing cases to a successful conclusion. The hard part was not developing those skills. The hard part was learning to turn them off. There's a time and a place to use those tools of observation, but not in our casual or relational conversations. And I'll close with this. When I was a young man growing up and trying to find my way through my teenage years, my dad was very intentional in offering guidance and words of wisdom to help me navigate into adulthood. One of his common phrases was, "Son, listen to me now, but hear me later." I didn't truly know what those words meant at the time, but later in life, his words resonated with me. And for that, I am forever grateful. So leaders, learn to listen, because when you do, your professional and personal relationships will blossom. Thank you for the time to watch this episode, and I hope your leadership path continues to grow and flourish. Please subscribe, like, and share this content. Until next time, take care, God bless, and be safer.